will probably end up traveling again. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying if 7-8% of the people are living paycheck to paycheck, people can't afford to have that dip. So a lot of my friends are, in that industry are having a dip, okay, in doing that. Well, I like this industry because there's no dip. That's no dip. Where we have those four categories: that tax, credit, okay, and debt. When you have the retirement stuff right there, those four things, we got people from the beginning to the ending. That's why this industry is so important to people.
Absolutely. And
Boom, can I inject this while you on that subject, particularly the Terrence? I'm just curious, Terrence, and I know my background has been in real estate, and small business ownership, entrepreneurship, and financial services, but particularly as an enrolled agent, what is it about MWR that made so much sense to you and maybe other people in your profession?
Oh, wow. Because here's the thing. We know as enrolled agents that anytime income is earned, that, our uncle may want a piece of it. Okay. All right. The IRS may want a piece of it.
May want a piece.
May want, I know, right? Trying to be cooler, right? May want a piece of it. But we also actually know that one of the keys in your financial situation is to always look at your immediate cash flow. Look at what you can control immediately. Because sometimes if you're not getting raises, if you're not getting certain things and you're trying to beat inflation, right, you're going to need to learn how to basically get more out of what you have. A third of your income is going towards taxes. A third. So as an enrolled agent, we see it all day long when we see in tax returns and we're evaluating tax returns and we're reviewing tax returns. It's all for individuals. One, that's two things from the enrolled agent. Number one, what kind of things and strategies can I put in place, okay, to save me more money in my taxes? And then number two, make sure that I'm compliant, okay, in doing so. So one of the things actually we actually look at is hey, one of the things that you must have is a home-based business. It is the number one tax deduction that is out there potentially if you do it correctly. That's why you see a lot of business owners are basically saving a lot of money in taxes. You see in corporations making billions of dollars paying what? Zero in taxes. Why? It's because of what the government do, like they're doing now, like they're going to do today. Okay, give some incentives for businesses that they get the extra write-off. All right. So when we actually look at that stuff, why is it important? Because this thing is based on saving people money. Mm-hmm. And it's based on saving people money to start. Okay, to start with saving people money. I love how Mr. House have the whole package done from saving money to making money to your money making money. Okay, and when we look at that, saving is first. If I can help individuals save $300 to $600 a month in savings on their taxes, and then the other experts can take that and being able to put it into other vehicles to make them more money, that's a partnership that I want to be about. That's a partnership that I'm saying, hey, if we're educating individuals about how to do it, and then we're giving them experts, we're not do-it-yourself saying, hey, read about this, and hey, I know how things happen. Do you know as an enrolled agent, one of the by helping people with tax issues, I mean, people that done tax return, the IRS says tax return is not correct. I'll put it that way. Most of them, the majority of them, have did it yourself tax preparers. They're online doing those certain softwares. Nothing bad about the software, but I tell people softwares and computers are really dumb. Computers are dumb. They're only going to put out what you put in.
Right.
If you don't know what to put in, you're going to get something out that's wrong. And so sometimes you need the experts to protect people. So when Mr. House said that, hey, we're not just going to educate people and let them try to do it themselves and they don't know, we're going to educate people and then allow the experts, if they need, to do it for them. So yes, that was important to me to know that, to say, hey, I'm gonna put my license on the line, do this and that, because I know that we're not just educating, but we're getting people, the actual experts, to help them. And all of them are licensed and certified and stuff like that, and in the game together. It was an awesome package.
Wow. So what would you say to another tax professional or tax preparer who might be looking at this as a recording and might be interested in the opportunity? What would you say to them?
Okay, the first thing I have to say is realize, number one, that you are in an industry that you are self-employed, but not business ownership. That's the first thing. You're in a business that you're making money, you're doing money. But again, if something happens to you, realize that your money could potentially stop as well.
Right.
And then realize that, hey, if this company can help you to make an additional, and I'm going to say it, 6-figure income annually with your current clients. If you can make an additional 6-figure income with your current client, not doing anything additional, but doing what you are supposed to be doing. I say supposed to be doing because tax professionals supposed to basically save people on their tax liability. We supposed to reduce what they pay into the Internal Revenue Service and make sure they're filing correctly. Well, if you can partner with a company that's what they're all about, and all you have to do is basically talk to your client, look at what they're paying, and let them know if they don't have a business, if you're working with a client that do not have a home-based business, and you can take that client and refer them to a company and coach them and partner with you all of the way, and you get a residual income, you want to look at this happening because that's what happened to me. Okay.
Wow.
Not at all. Here's what the funny part about it, guys. I used to teach you going and having a home-based business, but I never did a home-based business.
Wow.
Whoa.
And most professionals were just like me. Guys, we taught, go get a business, go get a business. But I was like many of them saying, I don't know about some of them things. I'm not gonna be in some of the things. I'm a tax professional. No, but yeah, go do this and go do that. I used to do conferences for companies that was in the industry, but still never joined.
Wow.
Because I was like, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I had to get over there and start realizing, like, wait a minute, I need something from these things also as well. It was the business. I need another stream. Most millionaires have multiple streams. Okay? So I tell everybody, hey, you need to have at least 3 streams of income, not one of them depending on the other, each one of them making 6 figures or more, and not one being the job.
I heard that.
I'm teaching that. I'm like, I need that myself. So if I can basically help somebody that's in the profession, tax profession, real estate, owners and stuff like that, to have clients that dealing with finances, to get an additional 6-figure residual income, that's something that we want to actually look into. So anybody that's looking for that stuff, say, hey, you know what? I don't want to have to depend on one industry. If that industry shut down, because think about it. You and I know in 2008 it happened to the what? Real estate industry.
Sure.
I had a lot of friends that was basically stuck in the industry. Some of them lost their houses, some of them lost their cars, some of them even lost their marriages. Okay? And let's just be real about it. We're talking, right? So we did it. So it's like, you know what? I was in the real estate industry. Now, it hurt me as well. Okay. My company went from 15 agents down to 0 agents because they had to go to work.
Wow.
For what? I did not lose anything. It stopped certain things. I had a pause, but I didn't lose anything. Why? Because I had other streams of income available that was residual that was coming in. Okay. So that's why individuals and business owners need to realize the difference between self-employed and business ownership.
Okay.
So you have to use leverage. You have to use certain things without yourself, and money comes in. And if you can do it with your current client, and we teach you how to do it with your current clients, that's what's so good about MWR Financial.
And as at the same time, if I were in your profession, I would not look at MWR as a competitor. I don't have to be concerned about my client losing my clients to MWR. Can you explain on that? Because I don't want someone looking at this in your field to think, well, they do taxes. Well, we don't really do taxes. Am I correct?
That's correct. MWR Financial does not do taxes. And again, I was the same way, and I was hesitant just like them even before. I was like, wait a minute, let me see this thing for a second. I'm already teaching real estate. I'm already got this. I'm already doing this, insurance, all that kind of stuff. I'm not going to take my client and give it to them. Then I had to start really thinking about this thing actually for a second, because I started thinking, if I basically have a client that I'm noticing that needs a business, and I'm busy doing this tax season, I really don't have time to really educate that client initially at that particular time. I just don't have time because I got so many clients coming in, right? And many of us are the same way. However, if I basically have it that I can basically send that client to another location, they do all of the education and get my clients ready for me, okay? Then once they get my client ready for me, they get them signed up and send them back to me. That's already a partnership that I want to look at. See, I treat this just like if I had a CPA on staff in another room in the office. If I have another location, and that's a CPA location, I can tell my clients, say, hey, you can get unlimited consultation anytime you need a tax question happening, that you can basically key on there, ask an expert, and my other staff member is going to answer all of your questions. The thing about if I had a service like that, right, that I don't have to even pay for and worry about hiring that person over there. All I have to do is partner with MWR Financial, and that's what I get. I get to get my client now on a monthly that I'm getting paid for. Tax is just a one-time hit. So if they get a monthly payment, my client, my customer, getting all of the education that they need, all the questions answered. I'm sitting up here on vacation, but they still getting service.
Right.
Yeah, they're also getting stuff that I do not even offer. They get the credit that I don't have to worry about because they're trying to get a house. They get the debt because they're trying to get out of debt. They get the retirement stuff because they're doing that. And they looking at me like, oh, I love you. Now, here's the key part that a lot of people don't actually realize. One of the best ways to increase your income, and I'm talking to tax professionals right now, in particular too as well, right? To increase your income is to basically increase your average check. What I mean by that is, if you basically have a tax return that you're doing, and let's say you're charging $200 for this tax return, right? You charge this tax return because they got a standard tax return it is. If you want to charge more for that same client, not even increasing your clientele, how about being able to add a business to that, meaning you got a Schedule C, you guys know what I'm talking about, you charge $100 and some for the Schedule C because now they got a business. This year that I only got $200 for, I basically introduced them to a home-based business. The home-based business does all the education and everything for them. I save my time. They are coming back to my service next year with a W-2 and a business. My average check just went up.
All right.
Okay. It went up from $200 to $300. Then, because this company is all about referring and refer free, and your membership is free, when that client refers 3 people, what's the greater percentage of their people that they refer coming to my tax service?
Wow.
That's what I had to start to look at. You have to start looking at long term, not just what happened in this tax season. Let's work for you for this tax season. Yes, get you structured, but 2 to 3 years from now, watch your clientele, watch the income, watch it grow.
So you can actually grow your tax business as a result of your partnership with MWR.
Yes, I do it all the time because the best way to grow your tax business with clientele is referral business. Wow. It's not handing out flyers anymore, right? In tax office, it's not spending radio ads. It's referral. Okay, even Google with reviews is referral. Okay, that's what it is. So what's better than you having a client that says, I went to this service, and when I was there just getting my taxes, they showed me how to save $300 to $600 in my taxes every single year. I'm happy. They go out and do this, even though they're using MWR to do it. Where are they going to get the taxes done at? The person that educated them first. Yeah. We teach people how to partner with us to educate that. That's all I do. That's all I do. People think I do. No, all I do is what MWR Financial has in the system, which I love, is 4-3-2. I educate by 4, 3, and 2.
Explain that.
Sorry?
Explain that.
Yeah, all we do is MWR has the awesome education platform that's already set up for them. The system is already there. You just follow the system and you do it. The PowerPoint's there, the education there, everything is there for you, okay? We said the workbook is there, right? It's already there. You talk about 4, which is the 4 financial challenges that everybody faces, which is, of course, which is tax, credit, debt, big business, and inflation. So as a professional, you educating about the 4 financial challenges, and the first one being tax. You're in your zone. You're not doing anything else. You're not a tax professional worried about another industry. You're in the same zone. Okay, that's important. And then number 3, so 4-3, 3 is the solutions that everybody must have: cash flow, business income, and investment income. You can do the first one, cash flow. I just mentioned the 30 income going towards taxes. You need to save. You're still in your zone. Then number 2 is the objectives that everybody's trying to reach. You're trying to make enough money for your current lifestyle and then your future lifestyle. The platform that MWR have in place, it's like buying a course that's already there for you. It's like buying a PowerPoint that's already done for you. All you do is you take that platform that's already there and teach that to your current clients.
Wow.
4, 3, and 2. And you do that with 4, 3, and 2. And then the 1 is the one company, because once they have their mind that I need those things, you have what? MWR Financial.
You got the solution, huh?
That's the solution. The one company that's providing all of it. And all you're doing is educating your clients. You educate them. They're going to come back to you for tax season. Okay. And doing that. And then going there. And the thing I like about it so good is, even if your client is getting services by the enrolled agent or getting asked an expert and getting questions asked, okay, and they're looking at tax service, they tell the client immediately, they're saying, hey, go back to your tax professional. It's a partnership. They don't tell you clients to do it. No. They said, no, go back to your tax professional, okay, and then do that. Now, if they don't have a tax professional, they're going to help them with assistance. We have a lot of tax professionals that's joining MWR Financial. That's all around. We have them in front of the room. They're educating and they're teaching. And think about that for a second, because if you are in certain areas that MWR Financial is growing, and you're in front of the room and you're the one that's educating and you have a tax business, we support each other.
Right.
So a lot of people that's sitting there in that area, sitting there, if they don't have a tax professional, who do they know now? They know you.
Right.
They know you, because we don't do it. We're not competitive. We said, hey, go to them then, so they can help you while they do this thing. It's a great partnership.
Right. And people do business with people they like and trust in a way, right?
That's correct.
Right. Bunmi.
Yes. Those are some great questions, man. I was just taking it all in, and it looks like that Facebook has finally gotten us connected. So that's a great thing. But Vernon, I want to swing it back to you, because one of the things that I love that you shared with me is your vision for the amount of people that you want to help. When you looked at MWR, you thought it was something amazing for people in their finances. And then you said, hey, Bunmi, this is the amount of people that I know we can impact positively over the next 5 years. So talk a little bit about that big vision.
Well, Bunmi, the reality is that this is encore for us. Okay, we started, as you said, about 15 years ago with another company that was very similar in terms of services that they offered. And at that time, business was booming, the economy was booming, real estate was booming, mortgage business was booming. I was doing all of those things, and things were just happening. And then what happened in 2007, 2008? The market crashed, okay? And as a result of that, a lot of people's personal economies crashed with that. Unemployment hit, real estate crashed. The unbelievable things that people thought were secure turned out not to be so secure. Well, I realized here we are, fast forward 10, 15 years later, and I realized that a lot of the people that were affected back in 2007 and 2008 are still struggling. They were actually left behind as this economy started picking up. These people were still stuck, okay? So I came to the realization that why is that? How did that happen? Okay, not only did I realize that, but I also realized in my own personal situation that I got impacted by 2007, 2008, that I was not as prepared as I should have been. And I was supposed to be so-called one of the people who knew better, okay? But things happen in life. When you realize that in my particular case, my wife for 44 years was a school teacher. And when she was stricken with breast cancer, in her particular situation, she had to retire early. Well, when you retire 5 years earlier than your plan had indicated you would be, that can put a financial strain on you. Because all of a sudden you're going from a decent income to having to live now on about 40% of what you were. Because retirement is not that panacea that a lot of people might think it is unless you're prepared, okay? So that 40%, living off 40%, was a challenge, okay? Now, when you think about the fact that you have expenses that you pick up when you're going through medical treatments, over an 8-year period, it is devastating to your savings. Okay. And even though you might have a great insurance program, trust me, those types of illnesses cost a lot of money. And insurance companies don't pick it all up, not 100% of it. Okay. So you're stuck with that. So the reality is, I began to realize, I said, you know what? How many other people are struggling or have struggled with similar situations? And so I became passionate about the fact that there's a lot of information out here that, had I known in advance, I would have been able to prepare for this. Okay. But nobody took the time to sit down with me and explain to me what my options were. And as a result of that, I was in less of a prepared position than I should have been and could have been. So with that, I really just dug into my passion. My passion always has been in financial literacy, but then I had a personal cause, okay? And then I had the reality that I realized that in just about every situation that I came into, I would feel that people were unprepared because they didn't have their emergency funds, okay? Most financial planners will tell you need to have 3 months to 6 months of liquid assets that you can put your hands on in case of a rainy day, okay?
Or a virus.
Or a virus, okay? Because the calamity that people are facing today is a result of their lack of that emergency fund. If they had that 3 to 6 months of emergency fund, they would not be struggling the way they are today. But when you're living on a paycheck to paycheck basis, it's hard to save. Okay. And then when something like this that was totally unexpected happens, then you find yourself unprepared. So there's a great need and a great demand for what we have. And it really doesn't matter how much money you make. It matters how much money you keep. Okay. Because certainly I've seen people in multiple 6-figure income situations that are still struggling. Okay. Yeah. So it is about the lack of financial education and then having a system that they can get into and plug into where they can have solutions that have been already prepared for them. All they have to do is plug into. So I see this as a movement. I see this as a crusade because the need is great, okay? And there are very few of us that are willing to step out there and say, I'm gonna lead the charge. So with my own personal situation as a testimony, as an awareness of what is happening out here in the overall society, I know the need is there. And a minimum of 10,000 people, I think I can reach through teaming up and finding other like-minded individuals that are going to be willing to join forces and join hands and join this crusade. And we're going to make a difference. We're going to change our communities. We're going to change families. We're going to change future generations because of the decisions that we make today. And we've got the information, we've got the programs, we've got the platform, we got the talent, okay? And while I still have the energy, this might be my last hurrah, I don't know, but I do know that I've got the energy to make this happen because I'm committed to it. And, the only thing left for us to do is just do it,
Absolutely.
And, the beauty of this is that I feel like I'm at home because Brian House and I go back 15 years as well. Mm-hmm. Founder and CEO, Adalmo Tolson, go back 15 years. Okay, president. Terrence, the #1 money earner, the highest ranking representative in the company. Okay, and of course, Bunmi, who with her leadership, I know I'm going to be pushed when I need to be pushed. And I know I've got somebody that's going to always be there to answer my calls when I need the support. So we've got a winning combination here. The question is not why should we do it? The question is why shouldn't we do it?
Absolutely.
there's no excuse. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it, Boom.
Well, I love that story, and I'm sticking to it with you. And that's why we're making this video, because for all of you all who are watching and see people who are just joining, we wanted to put this information out there, not for you to just hear it and be like, oh, that's good. But now is the time to take action. A lot of people are in the position that they're in right now because of the decisions or lack of decisions and lack of action that they have made. So now it's time for us to step up. You got to say, I want to do better. I want to win during this crisis. I want to come out on top. But it does take a community. It takes a blueprint. It takes mentors. It takes experts helping to show us the way. And that's what MWR is putting in place. So if you are looking at this information, get back to the person who referred you. Get with Vernon. Get with me and let us show you this awesome roadmap that MWR Financial has in place for you to win at the money game. You know, Vernon, you talked about preparation. Well, that's what this video and this information we're putting out is about. You getting prepared, because there's going to be a day where everything that we're going through right now is going to be over. It's not going to be the way of life forever. The market's going to go down and the market will come back up. So how do you win during this time? So we help you to navigate that. And it's in a simple membership. Clarence, I want you to talk about that. This is in a simple, affordable financial membership that gives you the blueprint. So real quick, because some people just joined us, Terrence, just sum up this financial membership, how people are benefiting from this package that we have here.
Oh, wow. This membership gives individuals everything that they need financial, with 2 of the 3 solutions that everybody needs to basically cover those 4 financial challenges that we was mentioning. And it's one membership called the Financial Edge membership. Now, the key in this membership, even though it's one membership, it gives you access to different specialists or experts, okay? People that have been in their business for years, okay? For years in doing, that have certification. And I'm talking about experts. I'm not talking about your cousin, you know, a church member. I'm talking about experts that's been doing it. They have clients already. So you get help for individuals in 4 different categories, okay? The first one is tax. So if you're one that pay taxes, okay, they have to pay taxes, that means everybody that has income and you're getting income, but you want to know how to minimize those taxes, meaning pay less on those taxes. If you're saying, hey, you know what, I'm paying X amount, I want to pay less. Everybody should want to pay less on their taxes. And to be able to get that money back now, not at the end of the year, which most people call a refund. We call it what it is, which is an overpayment. You just paid too much during the year. You can basically get that starting your very next paycheck, okay? You just have to make sure that the proper forms is done correctly. Well, you don't have to do it. The experts does it for you. How about being able to review your last 3 years of your tax returns to make sure that you didn't have any major areas, that you didn't miss any deductions, you're doing things correctly? Why? Because if you can find some money there, you know, you got 3 years to be able to claim your overpayment with the Internal Revenue Service. You can do it on the form to get that money back now, okay? And then just any questions that you have. If you actually want to know, say, hey, you know what? I got a business. Should I be a LLC? Should I be a S corporation? Should I be a C? Should I be a LLC 1 person, 2 person? Should I have it taxed as an S corporation? All those things, because structure can cause you a lot of money if not done correctly. And sometimes you need advice to be able to do that. Well, most people don't go and get that type of advice because they don't want to pay the enroll agent CPAs $200, $300 an hour just to sit and talk to them for that. So they don't do it. Then they mess up. Here is included in the membership. And you get a whole lot more all about saving taxes. Then you have, guys, a 28-year-old company that has been doing credit restoration, okay? They used to be a franchise. They had 13 franchises throughout the country, okay? People paid in between $50,000 to $100,000 per franchise to be able to have it. Well, you get their services included in the membership. That they basically see your credit report, they identify the credit report. Once they identify the actual credit report, see the things that's negative on your credit report, and what do? Okay, they go through those laws that they need. They do the letters and everything for you. They've been doing this. They have already helped over 100,000 people already. So no need to question. Already over 100,000. The credit average credit score increase because everybody's different. is in between 50 to 150 points in as little as 2 to 8 months. Everybody's different, but that's their track record. You want somebody got a good track record, okay? That's their track record there. Then debt. How many people have been trying to get out of debt forever? Okay. Ever since we was at Sunday school at church when it was little, people have been talking about getting out of debt. But how about to have a system that basically they will look at all of your debt, you key it all in, without you paying anything extra per month, including your mortgage, guys, all right? Structure you to be out of debt in a half to a third of the time, okay, than you normally are scheduled to be in debt right now. They would give you a monthly statement that tells you exactly what to do. So you're going to get a monthly statement. Every month comes to you. It's going to tell you what to pay, and it's going to tell you how much to pay every single month until you're out of debt. And then on top of all that, you're going to have a person to talk to, if you don't have a person to talk to, about your retirement needs. Okay, one-on-one. And I tell people all the time, you need the one-on-one. Why? Because some people are married, some are not. Some people have kids, some don't. Some people honestly got more money than others. And some people do have more time than others. And if you don't have anybody to talk to, how about to be able to talk to somebody, all right, that they can look at your plan, see what you got to help you to do what? Be able to put your money in places that are tax free when you pull them out. Now, here's the thing I like about this, guys, is you can talk to those people and get the advice from those people. And then if you have a person, you can go and talk to that person, like a Vernon, right? Go and talk to them, say, hey, what I need to do? They say do this. You can say, well, what I need to do? Boom. But you got the information. You get all of that in a package that you pay per month, including your spouse. No setup fees, okay? No setup fees at all as far as doing. No contract. You can start and stop for $79.97. Some of you guys need to be writing that down right now and being ready. I'm talking $79. I'm talking $80 unlimited consultation. Bunmi, I charge here in my office $200 an hour just to talk to me about your tax needs. And people pay it all day long. And everybody leaves out of here all day long saying that was a best bet money because we get so much information. How about a membership that's $80, okay? And you get that plus more.
Wow, so much value.
And not value. That's why I really like this program, because the value is crazy. If you're trying to get on my house, because the interest rates are low right now, right? So people want to refinance, they want to get a house, but because of some issues, you may have some blemishes on your credit report, but you need the income from both people. If you're, have a spouse, you need income. So both need to get your credit done. How about this membership includes that both credit can get worked on? The higher your credit score, the lower the rate. That's what you need to start thinking about. You want a higher credit score to save yourself some money, not just a higher credit score to go and just get something, but you need to be educated about doing it. You get the education with that. See, we just don't talk about just getting negative items off your credit report. Why? Because that's only 35% of your credit report. We talk about 100% of your credit score. Okay, there's other things that make the score. See, no need to start talking about 700 scores. Let's talk about 800. It's those other things that you don't need to know, that you don't know. It comes with the membership. Guys, all those 4 things come with that membership. The value is just there. It is just awesome. And that gives you everything that you need for the 2 solutions, the cash flow management, as well as the investment income. And then Mr. House just blew everybody away by saying, if you know somebody that needs that membership, because everybody can afford that membership, $40 more a month turns that membership into a business that saves you more in taxes than the entire thing costs.
Wow.
Then you're getting those services. And let the IRS do another stimulus package to cover it, okay? Because you're now going to get savings that's going to cover that. Because now you're turning some of the things that you're currently spending money on now and turn that into a business deduction. Everybody that's listening to us right now, that if you have a child, especially if that child is in between the ages of 7 and 17, I need you to go ahead and start inboxing Running After Bunmi now. Why? Because you're losing money if you don't have a business. I prove that, Bunmi, throughout the country, everywhere that I go. Because you're spending money on their child. And in the Internal Revenue Service Code said that you can hire your child. We teach you exactly how to do it. It's not hard at all. Exactly how to do it. Because they can work for the business, your parents, they can work for their parents, and they are exempt from Social Security, Medicare. If you can pay them up to the standard deduction, this year is $12,200, and they don't have to pay federal or no state taxes. So you talk about hiring somebody. They don't have to pay federal taxes, state taxes, Social Security, no Medicare. Money's tax-free, right? But you get the write-off. That's called income shifting with the IRS. It's been around forever. It's called income shifting, guys, okay? You're shifting your income with the rate that you was paying to 0% because you're passing it on to your kids. The IRS doesn't stipulate what they must do with their money. So what can they do? Let them pay for their own school. Let them pay for their own supplies, their own clothes, their own food. Bunmi, I've been doing this since my son was 7, okay? You know, he's older now, he's 19 right now, but he can tell you, when he was 7, he paid for his own stuff, his AAU stuff, right? His going on to school trip stuff, he paid for that. And I taught him so well, even when we were going to get groceries, he whipped out his card and paid for the groceries.
Go ahead.
What I'm trying to tell you is, it's the same money. You just need the experts and the consultation to do it the right way. If we can tell you with that alone and show you how you can position yourself to save money and then position yourself to make money by referring that. If you know somebody, if you don't have a child between the ages of 7 and 17, do you know somebody have kids between 7 and 17? You need to think opportunity then, because we got to help those people. You refer those people, you can get paid.
Awesome.
As simple as that, Bunmi.
Well, and Rich, I hope that answered your question. If not, get that Financial Edge membership so you can have those unlimited consultations and access to this type of financial knowledge. So we're here today, guys. We're talking about money moves that you need to make in order to, whether you have $2 in your pocket or $2 million in your pocket, to do better financially and get to the place where you want to get to through MWR Financial, showing the way. And so I want to get to this business income part, but before we do that, Vernon, you introduced me to you and some of the people that you have in your circle who are really helping people with that wealth piece. When Terrence came to me and he shared this membership with me, I was like, okay, I'm behind on my tax. I need tax help. My credit score has suffered. I had debts I needed to get out quickly. And I knew that I didn't have as much money saved and accumulated as I should have had. I'm like, well, this just makes sense for me. And I knew it made sense for a lot of other people as well. But I had never heard of a private reserve account. And I know you've been helping a lot of people with that. Just kind of get us excited a little bit about this Wealth Max piece. I mean, what can the PRA do for us? And why should people be looking at that right now?
Well, Bunmi, thanks for asking me that question, because that was the piece of the puzzle that really hooked me. With my financial service background, insurance, I readily saw the advantage in the PRA. That's a private reserve account, and in many circles we call it private banking, where basically you are self-banking. And with what is being done here, with the other programs and the other services that are being offered, they're actually, MWR is actually finding ways to save you money and make you money so you can now create the wealth machine, okay? Because what we're looking to do is put you in a position where you now are living off of your passive and your income that will come in regardless of whether you're working or you're not working, okay? So one of the big shifters that take money from you and put it somewhere else is what goes to the banks, because there's such a thing called interest. And when it comes to debt, generally speaking, you have compound interest. What we want to do is take that compound interest that you're paying to your creditors, that you're paying to your banks, and they're shifting money away from you and your family. We want to shift that back to you so that now you have compound interest is working for you. Not only do we want to show you where you can use that compound interest working for you, but we want to be able to show where you can get it in a tax-free vehicle. Not tax deferred, not tax reduced, but a tax-free. And if it's done correctly, it can absolutely be done in a tax-free environment. The third thing we want to do is we want to show you where you can get yourself a guaranteed return, meaning that it can be tracked with the returns that you would get on the stock market. When the stock market is going crazy and you're getting 5, 10, 15, 20%, 30% returns, we want to be able to show you how you can benefit with the upside without having the risk of the downside. Because what we say is zero is your hero, meaning when the market goes down 20%, your market goes down 0%. You stay where you were. You don't lose a penny. And I love that, because the whole idea today is show me where I can get some guarantees. You know, the other thing that, of course, I love about this business is that you get your guaranteed daily income. And I'm sure Terrence is going to talk about that a little bit. But the key word is guarantee today. Show me a way that you can guarantee me I won't lose any money. Okay? Because that's what Warren Buffett says. The key to gaining wealth is not to lose money. Okay? So every time the stock market takes a hit, if it takes a hit by 10% to the negative and you make 10% to the positive, you're still not at a break-even point. You got to make more money to make up for the loss. So what we do is we basically will show you, and what we do in particular with our team and our group is that we give you hands-on service when it comes to that. Because we have licensed professionals that will show you exactly how you can benefit from what only less than 2%, 2 to 6% of the population currently is doing today, and that is using these private reserve accounts. So I'm excited because I believe we got the total package here. We can show you how you can make money. We can show you how you can save money. Then we can show you how you can get into the investment income side where you can have money working for you. Okay. People today are retiring at 10,065-year-olds a day. That's what's happening in America. All right. Those plans may be changed now because of this virus. You know, I don't know what impact that's going to have in terms of people retiring, but they are hitting retirement age, regardless whether they're retiring or not. They're hitting retirement age, but they're not prepared for retirement. All right. So if in fact, as I explained to you early on, you got to figure out how to live on 40% of what you were already struggling to live on, there's a problem. Okay. So what we are doing is we're bringing experts together to be able to give you solutions so that when you start talking about retirement, you're in position there where you can be among the top 2% versus the bottom 98%. So, Bunmi, I just want to say that this is an opportunity, I believe, to affect your current situation as well as your future situation.
Yes.
And it's all about preparation. It's all about having the roadmap. It's all about having the blueprint. It's all about having the experts. And it's all about having the systems in place to get you from where you are to where you want to be. And that's what I love about what we're doing with Teamworks Financial Group. And this is what I love about what we're doing in partnership with MWR.
Vernon, I am sitting here just excited inside about everything that you're saying, everything that Terrence is saying, because it's so important to me to have my money picture right. And I know me doing it on my own is just not going to get it done. So I need people like you all in my life. I need this financial membership. I need these experts to help to guide me along the way. And so, ladies and gentlemen, if this money conversation that we're having is of value to you, I want you to share this video. I want you to run watch parties with it. Give us thumbs up, like it, love it, show us some hearts and love. Let us know that you value this information and you want to hear more of it as we go along. So you guys have talked about so many great things today. Saving on taxes, which wealthy people, they take time to make sure they minimize their taxation. We talked about cash flow management and ways to shift our income back into our household. Then we talked about getting into that investor quadrant, that I quadrant, where we can save, grow, and protect our money, have great upside gains without any risk of loss, and the money tax free. That's hot, Vernon. I loved how you shared that. Now, Terrence, I want you to close this out. We got about 5 minutes or so. Let's talk about the business income, because that's a big piece. All income is not created equal, you guys. All income is not created equal. Let's talk about the power of MWR's business income model, that guaranteed income that Vernon was talking about, and how we can get into a significant 6-figure residual income here without having thousands of people.
Okay, all right. And I'm gonna do that real quick, guys, because it's simple. Okay, the thing I like about MWR is actually income. Even though we get paid 10 different ways, okay, you don't have to know all the 10 different ways. If you can focus on 3, okay, 3 of the different ways that we get paid. Yes, we got bonuses and fast stop bonuses, stuff like that. Yes, we have all of those things. We have coding, we have upfront, we have matching, we have all that. Great. 3 different ways to keep it actually simple. And if you're taking notes, I just want you to put a 3 and 1. 3 and 1. If you focus here, I'm gonna give you the blueprint that I've done, that I shared it with people, that yes, have we actually gotten the guarantees, got the 6-figure income? Yes. And when you get there and residually, you get the nice ring. You get the nice ring when you actually get there and stuff, and helping people actually get there, guys. So here's the blueprint as far as actually what we actually do. Simple as this, 3 and 1. First thing about it is, guys, if you realize that this information needs to be out there, if you realize this information needs to be out, that people really do need this membership because they need these experts. And many of you do, I'm sure, okay? You share the membership, okay, with individuals. MWR saying, now we can what? Pay you. We can pay you. And we're looking for people that saying, hey, they want to join our movement with us. We're in the Make Wealth Real movement, saying we want to share this and get people involved with the whole thing to get that business income as well, right? So if you find 3 individuals that say, you know what? I want everything that MWR Financial has to offer, including that membership and that business opportunity, to the ability to refer people and make money. That's the first thing. Find 3 of those individuals. And then you can find 1 additional person that say, you know what? I just need that membership. That's $79.97 that we was talking about. I just need that. Okay. 3 and 1 is the blueprint. Once you get that, MWR said, guess what? You just qualified now for guaranteed income, residual income, meaning we get paid all those other ways, but you never make less than a certain amount. That's what I guarantee is all about. You can make more, but you never make less. And the thing we like about that, guys, is because people have ordinary bills come every single month, and they're guaranteed you're going to get those. And a lot of times it's interesting with money's going up and down. Our realtors cash flow going up and down, everybody up and down, right? You want a floor that you know exactly how much you're going to get, at least minimum. 3 and 1 starts off that. Our guarantee goes from $5 a day all the way up to $1,000 a day. Hear me now. $5 a day, all the way up to $1,000 a day in guaranteed income with just that one stream. You never make less, but you can make more. What's the difference, Terrence? The difference is only the more people that basically joins in the movement with you and your team, the more people that it is, your guarantee continue to grow. So you start off at 3 and 1, you start off with $5 a day in guarantee. That means you make no less than $150 a month. I want you to understand that. 3 people, $150 a month, minimum guarantee. Okay. Once your business starts to grow, those 3 people, they refer. You qualify for the max with 3 and 1. You don't have to do more. I'm sure you will do more. Okay. But you don't have to do more. That's the other thing that I like about that. You qualify for the max level of the compensation plan. The reason I like that, that means the average person has a chance to win. They have a chance to win. Now, when your team gets to 12 individuals, and we'll show you, when you get to 12 individuals, now you at $20 a day, which is $600 a month. Now, remember, actually, Bunmi, I was first talking to you, that's what got you kind of excited. You was like, a team of 12 individuals, $600 a month in guarantee. You can make more, but you don't make anything less. Why is that so big? Because Vernon knows that if somebody have an extra $600 a month in income, they can do amazing things. Number one, we may have stopped foreclosures and bankruptcies and repossession, but he also understands that the reason people are not able to retire and stay retired because they don't have enough money to put into the retirement funds. So if you get those $600 running, then they got a chance, right, to be able to do that. Guys, Yes, $25 and $50 is okay if you want to start with the retirement fund, but that's not going to retire you and stay retired. You got to have money to do so. $600. It continues to grow, guys. We got people doing $5 a day, $20 a day, $30 a day, $50 a day, $100 a day, $150 a day, $20 a day, right? And that's daily guaranteed income. And that's one stream that I'm talking about. Okay. The next stream I'm going to talk about real quick. You don't do anything different. You don't do anything different. It's just when your team continues to grow, Mr. House said, you know what? We're going to give you some monthly bonuses just when your team grows. The next one is the presidential bonus. Now, a presidential bonus paid out monthly, and it goes from $500 a month up to $100,000 a month. Woo! So people wonder why I do this. Where are you seeing? All right, $500 a month up to $100,000 a month. That's on top of the guarantee, guys. This is a bonus. It's on top of the guarantee. Okay, there. What do you do different? Nothing. When your team continues to grow and grow and grow, okay, that's what happens. That's a minimum of rate at 40 to 50 people on your team. I think it's 50 on your team. Starts off at an additional $500 a month bonus on top of everything else. Okay. Then the last bonus I'm gonna go over is our car bonus. Now the car bonus is you may have a car payment, you may not. They're gonna send the money anyway. Okay, all right. They're gonna send the money anyway. You have a certain car, certain color, and this and that. You already got one. Great. If you want to go and get a car like my son did, I'll tell you about that. Okay, fine. Okay, fine to actually do so. But here's the thing: you're able to actually do that, guys. And the car bonus goes from $500 a month. More people join. It goes to the second tier, which is $1,250 a month, $1,250 a month. Then it goes to a third tier of $3,000 a month. You pick the car, you pick the color, whatever. You have that. 500, 1250, 3,000. A few as 40 people can position you for the car in doing so. Those three bonuses there is what we focus on. Yes, we got others. We got matching bonus of all of them, all that kind of stuff. We ain't even worried about that right now. Those there is all you need to know. Why? Because those that are leaders that have been there and been in companies, let me do it like this for you. If you want to write a number down, write down 584.
Right.
Write down 584. You get 3 personal and 1 customer, so you qualify. Then you can get more, but you build an organization of 584 individuals. They can come from any all the way on down. They can be placed by Bunmi and Barney, whatever, because they're going to help you. Okay, all right, in doing so. 584 is a 6-figure income. You had $200 a day in data guarantee. Okay, you had $2,500 in the presidential bonus, and you had $3,000 in the car bonus. That's $138,000 a year with 584 individuals on your team. And it just goes up. Okay. So that's why I like it. Now, here's the cool part about this, though, guys, that I like about it. The company also says that they're going to give you a guarantee. And this is why I don't understand. They're going to give you a guarantee. Their guarantee is this. Okay. If you get into the business, to get the whole business, get the whole packet. And if the experts and the specialists and all cannot help you to save or make more money than the business even costs. So they come out and saying, hey, we understand things are tight. We understand people live paycheck to paycheck. We understand that. So we want to help you out by saying, you know what, we're going to give you a guarantee. If you get in, you take that leap of faith, if you join this movement with us, and if we cannot even save you more than the business costs. Now, I need you to understand that for a second. That means the money that you're coming in right now, if you're saying, I'm kind of strapped, I might not be able to have a business, I don't have enough money to get a business, we're basically saying we're going to find the money in your existing cash flow right now. Even if you got cash flow. Why? Your taxes, your credit, your debt, and opportunity. We're going to find that. And the company saying, if we can't find enough to cover your membership, they'll give you your money back.
Wow.
In 30 days. Powerful. Guarantee. So if you look at it in the mind, if everybody focuses on helping everybody to just save enough to cover their membership. When you talk about a movement and a real virus that need to go around, that's all you want to focus on. Just covering your membership. We do not create bills, guys. We create solutions. Cover your membership, get in position, and watch the team grow. And just help everybody get guaranteed income. That's all I focus on, Bunmi, is helping people to get guaranteed, because people do not have guaranteed income. There's so many thousands of people right now wish they had guaranteed income for the next 3 weeks. Why they got to be in their houses and stuff and can't come out.
Okay? Terrence, can I ask you a quick question on that same point? So while many businesses have shut down, Well, you can't even get into a mall today because the malls have shut down. So that means all those workers are not working. You can't go to a restaurant and have a seat. There's no hostess to sit you. There are no waiters that are waiting on you. Okay, businesses have shut down. Is what I'm hearing correct? And that is MWR is still sending out checks.
I get my text every day at 5 o'clock. Okay.
So that's a guarantee, isn't it?
That is a guarantee. That's a guarantee that comes at 5 o'clock. You can tell a MWR financial representative because at 5 o'clock they do like this. Everybody get a text like me. Oh, there it is. Okay. And whatever your guarantee is, that's what you get. That basically, the company's basically telling you, if you was at home all day and you can't get out, you can't go anywhere and stuff, and you're sitting there, or you're with your family, your friends, you're with your loved ones, whatever you're doing, it doesn't matter if you didn't do any work after that day because they're going to guarantee you to make minimum that amount that day. It's going to calculate it at the end of the month. I absolutely love it. So for like people right now that's going to have a whole month, okay, waiting on stimulus packages and waiting on the government to actually mail them out, stuff like that, our MWR financial representatives understand and they know that they're going to be making money every single day, regardless of what goes on, what happens.
Powerful.
That's powerful. That's exciting.
It is exciting. So I'm sitting here thinking, listen to the power of this compensation, guys. So the company that the three of us met in about 15 years ago was the first company where I ever made 6 figures and 5 figures a month. Before that, I was really struggling financially. So the principles and the concepts were sort of similar, and I was able to build a 6-figure income there. But listen to what it took. I had over 5,000 people in that organization to make 5 figures a month. Over 5,000 people, income about 15,000 a month, right? Now here, you don't need thousands, just hundreds. Terrence told you, just hundreds of people, just 584. Really, we've seen somebody get into a 5-figure income with less than 584, just about 500 people, a little less than that. 5 figures, meaning 2 numbers before the comma. So you don't need thousands. We can help you to build with this movement just to hundreds, and that doesn't have to take long, folks. This is what we're talking about. This is absolutely life-changing. And so if you're hearing this information, if you're watching today, you need to get with Vernon, get with myself, or whoever shared this with you. We are privileged that we're on the team of the top money earner. You just heard him speak, Mr. Terrence Hawkins. We're all in this thing together. We just want to help you win. What we want for ourselves, we want for everybody else. And we want to see you win at the money game. And so thank you, Mr. Brian House, if you're watching this, for putting this all together. Those of you who maybe were in that previous company with us years ago, Financial Destination, the magic is back.
You can call Bunmi and Vernon right now.
You need to call us and see what's going on because we're creating something special. We want you to be here.
And for all ages, Bunmi, I got to tell you that for all ages, because I got to share about my son. For all ages. For all ages. So if you're listening to this stuff, you're thinking, I'm in college, just got out of college, I need money. For you as well, especially, and if you're a parent that have kids is in college and everything, set your kids up. Okay, set your kids up, right? I was able to set my son up when he turned 18 a year and a half ago. He's going to be 19. No, how old is he now? No, he's going to be 20 after coming out, right? So it's only after a year or so after go. But the key thing about it, guys, is we was looking at his 1099. Yes, 1099, okay, that he actually get even on his first part of the year of just getting on his 1099. We looked at that. We was like, wow, what he actually made was over $20,000.
Awesome.
In his first year on his 1099 and doing it. But because of the tax deduction, remember I said we use certain things, experts help, right? Experts help. Bought a car, there's a bonus depreciation for cars and other thing else. Guess what? His tax bill, $4.
Wow.
$4. $4. Okay. In doing so. Now here's the key part about it, because he just sit there and people are joining. I say he's at $4,000 between those incomes I mentioned, $4,000 a month.
Go ahead.
19 years old, sophomore in college.
19 years old,
sophomore in college, high credit score, own car, getting his own apartment at 19 years old and can focus on college in residual income. So if you are, listen to me, and you're 19, you're 20, you're 25, yes, this is for you. This is the money game. If you have a kids in that, yes, this is for you. It's the money game. Get in contact with them, guys, so we can put you to the fold, because we're helping everybody, and we have to get our kids on target now.
Wow, that's phenomenal.
Hey, Vernon, I'm going to let you close it out, but I want to let everybody know this. Tomorrow, Saturday, March 28th, we're going to have 2 Make Wealth Real movement presentations, one at 2:30 Eastern and one at 7:30 Eastern. I'm typing this in so you all can see it. So this is where you have to go. MakeWealthReal4U.com. That's the number 4 and the letter U. Tomorrow at 2:30, we want you to see the full presentation with we call it our Profit Party slides. So we're going to have this wealth webinar tomorrow online. It was going to be a live event that I was hosting in Maryland. Since we can't do the live event, it's going to be an online event, and we're having 2 sessions, one at 2:30, one at 7:30. So you come back to see the full presentation. Invite some people with you. Say, hey, I heard was on this live. There's some real interesting financial concepts. I want to see how the whole thing works. So we're going to show that to you tomorrow. 2 sessions. Come at 2:30 and then look at that, and then invite some more people and come back at 7:30. Okay. MakeWealthReal4U.com. And so I'm just going to put it up there. That's how you log in. So it's a Zoom tomorrow. All right, Vernon. So we're going to swing it to you to close it out. We've had an hour of financial power here, haven't we?
We sure have. This has been amazing. I'm excited about what I'm hearing. I'm ready to sign up all over again, Bunmi. Let's do this. Look, Bunmi, I want to make a little plug too, because on Monday we're going to be doing a special Zoom webinar, and that's going to be at 9 p.m. Isn't that correct, Bunmi? You're going to be joining me, right?
I'm gonna be there.
Let me say that this is going to be directed, specifically targeted for anybody who's in the real estate industry. If you are in real estate sales, if you are a real estate investor, if you sell real estate properties, if you are in the mortgage lending field, okay, this is going to be a call that's going to be particularly directed, and it's going to be beneficial to anybody that listens in. But we're going to really touch on some strategic moves that you can make that will help you sustain and prosper in spite of this crisis that we're in now with this virus, okay? Because a lot of those people are suffering right now because guess what? They're not able to show homes. They're not able to get out and mingle and do their networking that they normally would be doing, and therefore their sales are dropping. So we're going to be addressing that. If you want information on how you can get in on that call, call me. You can reach me at 571-327-8280. I'm going to repeat that, 571-327-8280. And we're going to give you the link that you can get on that. And if there's any information that we touched on today, because I'm excited about Terrence getting on this call. He is a very busy person, particularly right during tax season, but he took his time to share this information with us, and it was tremendous. I want to thank him so much for taking time to support us. We are a team, okay? And my particular group is Teamworks Financial Group. We're excited about being able to provide expert assistance to anybody who is interested in learning more about this and joining our team. Jump on board. We're going to turn you on to some information that's guaranteed to save you money, make you money, and create a wealth strategy for you and your family. So I'm excited to have you guys join us. Again, call me 571-327-8280. This is Vernon Ezell. Glad to be here with you, Bunmi. And thank you so much for inviting me on.
Hey, guys, it's family here. We want you to be a part of this movement, a part of this winning team and family. And with that, guys, we're finished. Again, love, like, comment, share, run watch parties with this video because people need this information. And with that, we're out of here. Remember, you are more powerful than you know. So let's go here and create a great day for ourselves. Thank you again so much, Terrence. It's a privilege being on your team and to call you sponsor. And Vernon, love being in business with you too, my friend. All right. Looking forward to hearing you guys.
Bye-bye.
2:30 and 7:30. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right.